Alrighty, y'all, hello and welcome to another emergency vehicles video. Now this one we're going to be just kind of laying out the whole world of emergency vehicles and taking a quick look into some different countries and regions and such. This has been requested multiple times, which as much as I've covered, there's still, an infinite world of emergency vehicles and police cars and stuff that I haven't really seen. I wanted to show these real quick before we even get to that. I thought these were pretty funny. I found these randomly in my research here from Reddit, so I thought this was pretty funny. These two go together, actually, like this. Let's compare an unmarked American police car to a regular European one. Spoiler alert, Europe too has unmarked police cars. So yeah, this was kind of a funny post, not really representative, realistically. European police cars versus American police cars, and of course, designed not to be seen by citizens so officers can collect revenue through violations and infractions. Designed to be seen by citizens in need of police assistance day or night. So yeah, obviously you can see it's pretty funny. I do agree with that though. Yeah, they're out to get you. When they're sitting there taking radar and they're trying to blend in, right? Lights off, everything. It's a little weird. It's a little sketchy. Might be a little casual extortion going on. Regardless of the meme here, as you can see, we have an unmarked Charger for this American police car example. This is cool. I don't know what country this is. This looks like a Ford Focus ST because you can almost see the ST badge right here. But instead, it's actually a wagon. That's something we don't get here in the U.S. We do get the Ford Focus ST, which is a really cool car. My cousin used to have one. And they're shockingly fast and really just fun. And, we get the ones of this body style with that front end and even the exact same wheels as well. But yeah, we definitely don't get like a wagon. This looks like a wagon to me, unless it really is the same hatchback and I'm just like seeing it wrong. It looks like longer, like it's a wagon. I think that's kind of cool as a police car. Wow. But anyway, the meme to go along with this but for police in Europe doesn't use unmarked police cars. Well, look at this. These are unmarked patrol cars in the U.S. and the EU. Now, of course, these are what I come to expect in the U.S. You see a lot of these. Although, I mention these are kind of easy to point out if you know just a tad bit about cars in general and, of course, police vehicles, what makes them different, at least here in the U.S. Yeah, there's no markings on these. And, of course, when their lights are off, they're going to blend in a little more. But, come on, they have the Setna push bar right here. The spotlight, especially on this Tahoe model right here. And then, of course, police steelies. No civilian models from the dealer come with steelies except the police ones, the fleet ones, right? So this Explorer, this Tahoe, they're still pretty easy to point out, even though they're unmarked. Now, if we sneak over here to the EU, these cars are truly unmarked. These blend in. So if you picture these lights being off, this Tesla and this Mercedes, yeah, you're not going to be able to tell that those are police cars. They are very, very undercover. That is pretty sneaky. It's kind of cool to see, though, with the lights and stuff. So I would never guess that Mercedes is a police car. And to add to that, the person who posts this looked up that the Dutch National Police, they were able to find that there were 616 unmarked police cars and 275 marked police cars. 2.5, 3 times as many unmarked police cars as marked ones. Thought that was very bizarre. They did as well. And they mentioned that the EU ones are very well hidden. They're hard to spot. And then we'll get to looking at some different countries. But this is like a chart that I found that's kind of cool. We've seen a lot of these in video at this point. I just think this is awesome. Looking at the ambulances on the bottom, fire trucks in the middle, and then police units on the top. Look at España, Spain. Theirs are pretty cool. Like that police car is kind of interesting. Belgium, theirs always look good. Italy, I do remember seeing these. Cool how I'm actually getting familiar with these. The Italian ones are always interesting. Yeah, how they're light blue with the white and then that kind of gradient letters they have. So that's very iconic at this point. Same with the Netherlands. They have that design right here with the those slashes or those lines. And they're usually 2 colors like that. And you see that theme runs across the whole lineup, whether it's trucks or ambulances or so on. So I thought that was kind of cool as well. I remember the UK, theirs are really cool because they use all of these, that emergency checker pattern with different colors. They are very bright, very, vibrant looking, and I actually think they're cool. France, nice clean design. Same with Germany. Not to mention their trucks are awesome there, like seriously. But if we go over here to police cars by country, I thought this might be kind of fun. Let me go actually to this screen. I can move this there. I think that should be all right. So yeah, we'll just kind of go. Some countries are missing, and we're not going to literally go through like, every country on earth. That might take a while, but I'll go through some highlights. And admittedly, some countries I might not even know about, let alone know their police cars. All right, so we'll start. This is Albania. Now, we have never seen any videos on them. It'll equally be interesting seeing the police cars, how their liveries are, and of course, what cars they're using. So look at this is a Dacia Duster. I just recently, about a month or two, learned about Dacia. I think that's kind of cool as a police unit. Look at that. I don't know why I like these Dacias, but I do. They're pretty neat, actually. There's the plate, Albania, by the way. We haven't seen much from Albania. There's a Skoda. That looks good. Skoda police cars are awesome. I'm all for that. Then Andorra. Now, this is interesting. We haven't seen any videos from there, but I do know that that's like a super micro country, like very small. It's basically in between like France and Spain, right? But yeah, of course, they're going to have their own police and everything. Doesn't matter how big or small. Really interesting light bar on these, by the way. And this is, I believe, I just know that logo from you guys showing me. I think that's a Seat, it's called, right? And I have a video coming on them because I don't know anything about them. I want to learn about them. So very soon I have to do a video on them. But whatever this car is, it's kind of cool. It's like really round, but it actually looks sharp. And overall, this is a cool police unit. Other than like the light bars, just really bizarre looking, especially on this car, I gotta say. Then, of course, shout out to Australia. I've covered their vehicles as well. You do see a lot of these, I think, in the videos, like dash cam videos and stuff from Australia. These are like the Kia Stinger. These have become like kind of a norm, as of course, the Australian Fords and Australian Holdens have gone by the wayside. Those used to make up, I think, most of the police force naturally. But, I mean, again, these look pretty sharp. I'm not a big Kia fan, but, this looks okay. Of course, their police utes are awesome. They use these Toyota SUVs as well. And this is the New South Wales Highway Patrol. They have a really cool livery. These are awesome, too. But yeah, this is a BMW example. They also use Chrysler 300s, the American car, for New South Wales Highway Patrol, and they look awesome in this trim. And I believe they have the 6.4-liter Hemi, too. Austria, one of the first countries long ago we covered when we opened our emergency vehicles series. They have really cool vehicles. Look at this Volkswagen truck, another van from them. And yeah, they have a cool livery as well with the blue lights. Really sharp. That's a Skoda. I love seeing the Skodas in the police fleets. I think that's really cool. Even this VW wagon with the Steelies. Why do I like that? That's kind of reminiscent of like an American police car. You got the Steelies. All it needs is those little dog dish chrome center caps. This would look like an American police car, but, Austrian. I think that's kind of cool. Going to Belarus, look at this. What in the world is this? It says it's a UAZ Patriot. Now, that's a brand and or car I've never heard of. Thought I'd highlight this. Pretty interesting, right? It's dorky looking, actually. But it's like really tall. It is 4 doors. I guess it's like an SUV, not a truck. I almost thought maybe it was like a small pickup with a topper, but it's an SUV for sure. Really weird vehicle. And they have red plates in Belarus, huh? Of course, a Skoda representing. That's pretty cool. Skodas seem like they're really used a lot throughout Europe as police cars. I think that's kind of cool. It's interesting that this is called a Ford Mondeo, I guess. This exact car we do have in the U.S. You can tell by the front and the taillights and stuff. But this is called a Ford Fusion here in the U.S., so I thought that was rather odd. We always name things different in our car market for some reason. And then one more from Belarus. This is a Geely or a Geely. I'm going to go with Geely M Grand sedan. Again, weird logo. Not a bad looking car. Looks pretty normal. Nothing crazy. I just don't know anything about that at all. What the hell, right? This is so weird, seeing cars that I just don't recognize and know a damn thing about. This is an Audi A4 from Belgium. Very sharp looking unit. Even the light bar. Look, it actually has stop and a light bar made out of lights. And of course it's reversed because in your mirror it would appear the correct way. Very cool light bar. I've never really seen one like that, at least up close. Of course, you even have a light on the middle of the dash. And take a look at this weird car from Belgium. Well, not a car, this is a big truck. It says police water cannon. So, not exactly sure when this comes out, what this is used for. Please enlighten me. But very bizarre looking truck. One of the more bizarre ones we've seen in a while. This is a really cool police truck. This is a Mitsubishi L200. Again, not a truck that we have in the U.S., so I'm not familiar with it at all, but I really like the look of it. And it looks good in this police trim, Polícia Federal. This is in Brazil, so really cool police truck, man. I'm digging this a lot. And they even use some other police trucks like that. These are all really sharp, I gotta say. This is from Brazil. So they even use a Dacia Duster over there. So remember, South America gets all like the interesting cars and trucks from Europe. Just here in the United States and North America, we don't. But it's not just North America, because Mexico, of course, is in North America. And Mexico gets most of these interesting vehicles. Just darn U.S., we don't. We have some weird rules and ticket tax and cafe standards and all that jazz, so we miss out on a lot. Another weird vehicle, this is from Bulgaria. This is a Great Wall H6. Now, what the hell is a Great Wall H6? I've never heard of that car either. It's some sort of small SUV or crossover. I'm not sure what it's considered. It also says police on the hood in English. And then I'm not sure, forgive me, I don't know much about some countries like Bulgaria. I admit I just don't know much about. So I don't know what language that is, but if that's just called Bulgarian or if it's something else. But yeah, it says, I'm assuming something to do with police, and then some sort of crest if we zoom in. Oh yeah, it's kind of cool. And then I noticed some weird detail. It's got like this cage around the light bar. Now that's not something we see on all of them. Of course, it does have it up front, which you do see, especially on U.S. police vehicles. So that's kind of cool. A quick shout out to one of my neighboring countries in the U.S. Their lineup is almost identical to ours. Yeah, one of the best police cars of all time. I'm sorry, guys, I gotta say, this is why I've owned two of these. I still own a ex-Police Interceptor to this day. Of course, this is the Ford Police Interceptor, otherwise known as the Ford Crown Victoria. CVPI, right? This is just a beast. And I was pleasantly surprised to know that many Europeans that watch do know about these, of course, and there's even some fans of these. Like some people, I guess, import these into various places across the world, and I don't blame anyone. These are amazing vehicles, and they were born to be a police car. They're like the police car. Of course, these are the Explorers that are more common now. For Police Interceptor Utility, or FPIU, they're called. So they use those in Canada as well. Fun fact about that Crown Vic, actually, remember, these are like an American, icon, right? But these were actually made in Canada. So, of course, made in North America, but made in Canada specifically, not the U.S. I always thought that was funny. But, of course, these are an icon in the U.S. as well. And then scrolling down, various countries, like look at Hong Kong. I mean, they have so many different options here. Like literally an insane list of emergency vehicles and police vehicles. A lot of actually European ones like BMWs and Renaults. Very interesting. Like that's actually kind of a cool livery. I like that. Mercedes. Really caged up. And then, Colombia, Costa Rica, Croatia. Look at, they use a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Look at that. An unmarked Grand Cherokee in Croatia. No way. I had no idea. It's actually kind of cool. That's a sharp vehicle. The two lights hidden up top there. Or I should say not really hidden, I guess. But Skoda, of course. Love to see it. I love that one, especially with the Steelies. I just love that look. It's so cool. And a Skoda Octavia sedan. Dude, I want a Skoda. So bad. And of course, the Czech Republic one we didn't see on that other page. We are very familiar with these too on video. These are pretty iconic as well. I recognize these. These are the silver almost always with, again, the blue and kind of highlighter yellow and this more of this pattern. And yeah, they look awesome. And of course, they're going to use some Skodas. Why not, right? That's the home brewed brand right there. I love their light bar as well. Super clear. I mean, this is just a good looking police car. There's nothing to complain about here. It's awesome. There's one in action. And then they even use, look at this, is a Skoda Yeti. That's actually a car I don't know about. But that's really cool. And then Denmark, we haven't really looked at any from them. Remember, a lot of countries I've wanted to look at, but sometimes it's hard to find videos that, some videos from countries I want to look at, there's not many, and the only videos there are of their emergency vehicles have like really strong and aggressive like copyright, statements in the description of the videos and stuff, and I don't really want to mess with that. So that's why some country vehicle videos I haven't just gotten to yet, because it's hard to find footage. But this is Denmark. Look at this Mercedes van. It's actually kind of cool. So yeah, there's some, these are, some of the vehicles I don't recognize. So this is kind of new to me. They're pretty clean. This is a really attractive car. This VW Passat. Wow, I don't know why this looks different than ours. Maybe we don't have a Passat wagon. That's why. This looks really good, actually. I like this car. Egypt, Estonia. I think we've seen a little bit from Estonia before. Finland, of course. We've seen a little bit from Finland. There's a Ford Mondeo. It's pretty cool. Toyota Avensis. Now, that's a car we don't have. I wonder if that's like, it looks like, to be honest, it's hard to tell from just a picture. It almost looks bigger than a Toyota Corolla, but smaller than a Toyota Camry. Is that even possible? Is that like another class? Now, this is awesome from France. Look at this. This is called a Renault. What is that? How do you say that? You know what? I'm not actually sure. Renault Megane? I'm not sure. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. But this is a really badass vehicle. Look at that thing. Damn. It's an RS. I'm assuming that might be like a sport model. That thing is awesome, dude. And then Germany, of course, we've seen a lot from them. Awesome stuff from Germany. Look at this Unimog. Quick shout out to the Unimog. One of my favorite vehicles of all time that I've ever learned about. What is this thing? Whoa. That is hella weird. A Wasserwerfer? A Wasserwerfer? I don't know. I'm saying that wrong too, I bet. This is cool, dude. That thing is a beast. But yeah, as you can see, tons of awesome vehicles from there. Look at this armored. Holy crap, don't mess with that. That thing is cool, dude. I want that to be my daily driver. Interesting. I see the Taurus sometimes. I think of this as basically, North America, like U.S. and Canada only. But this is all the way in Georgia. Not the U.S. state Georgia, no. The country Georgia, way over is Georgia considered Europe or no? Is it considered Asia? It's way over there. I think it's fair to say it's over in that like Eurasia region. It's way, way over there. U.S. style Taurus police interceptor sedan with the Steely's chrome centers, all that stuff, the spotlight. I just thought I'd throw that in there. That's pretty random, and I mean, it looks good. Fun fact, this Jeep Patriot shown in Greece. They use these as emergency vehicles sometimes. I used to work at the assembly plant. They made these, and I almost guarantee this exact Jeep Patriot was near me at one point, because these were only made exclusively in Belvidere, Illinois, here in the U.S. And Jeep Patriots, we made them, and they would go all around the world, and it was very cool to see. And they would get different parts, too, and stuff. It was very interesting. So, yeah, this was near me at one point, and now it's all the way in Greece as a police vehicle. How crazy is that? Got to say, Iceland coming in with some cool stuff. First of all, I love this Volvo. This is one of my favorite cars of the whole episode so far. This thing is awesome. Love the bar at the front with the lights, the kind of like rugged trim, and the white with the red, white, and blue. Old school light bar, but it's kind of cool. I mean, this is a cool Volvo wagon. I can't argue with that. And this thing, a Toyota Prado. Again, another vehicle I'm not familiar with, but I like it a lot. Look at those big tires. Iceland coming in with some cool vehicles here. These are kind of cool from Indonesia. Look at that. I like the red and gray. That's polarizing, but kind of cool, actually, because it's so different. And they continue it with this thing, too. I don't know what it is. Couldn't tell you, but it's kind of cool. Look at this. This is from Ireland, an Isuzu Rodeo. We haven't had these in the U.S. for like 20-plus years. We used to have that model. We don't anymore. But apparently they do have it overseas. Now, this is in Ireland, and airport police, this exact model. I love it. That's a cool vehicle, dude. Of course, you go to the Italy section. I gotta admit, Italy looking pretty awesome. Everything from a Subaru Forester. You know, I'm a Subaru fan. I just think it's cool to see Subarus as police vehicles. We don't see Subarus as police vehicles here in the U.S. Of course, the bikes are awesome. That BMW, that's a, Seat. And this Alfa Romeo 159. Now, it's another brand I don't know much about. We only have a couple models here in the U.S., and people like them. They're cool, but we just don't have a lot of them. This is awesome. I don't know why I like this. The design of this is super cool. Of course, you have Ivecos, a Land Rover. That's awesome. And then look at this. Come on, a Gallardo. How cool is that in police trim? That might win coolest police car, or an Huracan. So what do you like? The Gallardo, the Huracan, either way. Look at how sharp that is. That's actually insane. Imagine if they put Steelies on this, though, for the full police look. How would that look? That'd be, I'm kind of all for that. That might be really cool. I also thought I'd throw this in there. This is from Italy as well. This is an armored Jeep Grand Cherokee. This might be the coolest Grand Cherokee I've ever seen. I really like that. That is different. And this is an Iveco I've never seen. Damn. What a beast. Another interesting police livery from, I always worry that I get this wrong. Is it Liechtenstein or Liechtenstein? I think it's Liechtenstein. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm probably saying it wrong. I really do apologize. All right, but I want to shout out them. Look at these cool police vehicles. I like this livery. It's like a really interesting red-orange highlighter color, and I actually think it looks really sharp. Beautiful landscape as well. Look at the mountains all around. Wow. Oh, my God, dude. These are some of the best photos. They're awesome. There's a Peugeot van, a Peugeot Traveler. This is from Lithuania. I thought this was actually really neat with those. I thought this was an interesting idea with the light bar and everything kind of in this, like, behind this glass shield. It's actually, like, recessed into the roof line there. You see how that's smooth? I thought that was very fascinating design with that, and kind of a cool livery as well. Look at this Luxembourg. They use Teslas as well. I think that's so fascinating. We don't even use Teslas here in the U.S. Isn't that wild? Skoda, of course. Yeah, I like these. Luxembourg has a cool livery. Of course, Poland, we've seen a lot from them. They have really sharp emergency vehicles. I even like this truck. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Another truck that we don't have here in the U.S. Portugal, same with them. They have some really cool ambulances. I remember I've seen a few videos. Of course, some Skodas. And look at Portugal coming in with an Audi R8. How freaking cool is that, dude? Romania. Now, that's something I should take a look at. Of course, you're going to have Dacias because that's your domestic brand. I don't know why, man. I really like the Dacias. I gotta say. We just saw something recently, like a month or two ago, from Slovakia. So this is kind of cool. A VW Golf, wagon, Nissan X-Trail. That's kind of cool. From Slovakia, they use red and blues, which is very interesting. Nissan Navara, Peugeot 307. Look at the beautiful landscape there as well. Love it. And then, of course, a Skoda Superb. Interesting light bar, how it's actually not like half red, half blue. It's like red and then black and then red and then blue. Yeah, and then Slovenia, they have some cool cars as well. Spain, I do like theirs. South Africa, these are kind of cool. Look at, I don't recognize a lot of these models. Dacia Logan, that's actually kind of cool. Sweden, I expect some cool stuff from them. I like the livery, of course. And again, with the Volvo, these are awesome. I mean, why not? You're in Sweden after all, right? Ukraine, these are kind of interesting. Look at this beast. I like that. There's a Skoda Rapid, so that's like smaller. I think this is like more of a compact sedan. Also looks like they might have some other Skodas over there. They even use Toyota Prius police vehicles. Now that's different. United Arab Emirates, of course, they have a Lykan Hypersport. I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about that car, but there you go. That thing is way over the top. Now, of course, the UK, they have some really cool. I've done some UK police vehicle videos. They have some really cool cars all across the board, too. And then look at this. I love this Land Rover. Dude, I would take one of these in a heartbeat. Military vehicles are cool, and this is awesome. These are all UK. They have so many different vehicles to look at. Then of course the US, which it actually doesn't show. Okay, because it makes you go to a different page. So I was gonna say it threw me off. It said US and then it showed a Peugeot 301, and I'm like, that's not the US. But anyway, that's probably about it. I mean, we covered a lot. This might be a little longer video, but I hope you enjoyed taking a look at some of the different emergency vehicles from across the world. I mean, look at how long this is, and we skimmed through it. I just wanted to kind of do that because I never did that in a video where I just looked at a little bit from each country and kind of just compared them all. I thought that was actually kind of cool. I really like the Skodas. I like the Volvo police cars. Those are neat. And other than that, I mean, everyone's got their own flair. It's really cool to see. Of course, we'll still do more emergency vehicle videos. You guys always suggest awesome ideas because, of course, with video, you get to see them in action and you get to see some of their techniques. You get to hear the different siren cadences. And, this just gives you a general look. Of course, there's going to be more versions of these police cars and different models. But yeah, I thought this was pretty fun. So I hope you did enjoy it. I do appreciate you watching. And that's probably going to be it for this one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.